Assalamu alaikum. Taj. Welcome to DigitechBrain. We will talk about GEO today, Generative Engine Optimization. So, we have talked a lot of things about GEO in our previous video, but we will talk about the 7 steps how we can optimize generative engines. So this is one of the most important videos we are going to make today, so stay with us. Okay, you know that we have discussed about GEO, Generative Engine Optimization, how it works, and we will just settle down the 7 steps, very important steps, and that will help you so much, and it will provide you a very clear idea how we can optimize the generative engines. Okay, besides SEO, as we are doing the GEO to bring part of the text or answers from our blog posts or from our content to the AI generative answers. Okay, so what are the 7 process or 7 steps to optimize the generative engines? Those are clear and concise language, well-structured content, EEAT principles, structured data, Q&A format, reliable sources, tags and metadata. Well, we will go one by one, very simply and smoothly, so that you can easily understand and you can implement it on your blog post, content, or on your article. So let's move on to the first one, clear and concise language. So at first, language should be one of the most important parts or optimizing factors for GE, that means generative engines. Foundation, it is the foundation for effective GEO content. So clarity is a must. When we are going to write or make something, or like blog post, content, or an article, it doesn't matter. The clarity of language should be so perfect. Okay, clean content. It has to be well written, grammatical, error-free, and easy to understand. And the content must be logical and worded, like we can use bullet points, numerical numbers sometimes. Okay, then the sentences must be very simple and easy to understand, so that even a 5th grade student can easily understand it. So it would be direct and uncomplicated, very simple, smooth and normal. Okay, and when we are going to write the content or article, we'll try to use most of the time to use the active voices, not most of the time to passive voices. You know, it becomes sometimes complicated to understand for the general people or even a student. So we'll make it very easy using the active voices. And then when we'll get the answers, when we'll come to the part to the give some answers for the users or for the readers, the answer should be the complete and comprehensive, and the information will be built on focus and relevancy. So when the clear and concise language, what I described till now, you have to implement it to your content, and so the clarity and conciseness will be brought out. What should be the next one? The next one is well-structured content. So it is, we have to, when we are going to write the content, it will have to be well-structured, so that AI can easily understand and detect what it is and which content we are going to write, and it can just pick the exact answer and show to the users when they are going to search in any AI model, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, AI Copilot, anywhere. So the content structure will have to be very perfect, like AI systems process information differently than humans. So we have to use or follow some structures so that AI understands it. So what should be that? That would be the AI processing. AI processes like that digestible chunks or information that parses very easily, and clear headings like H1, H2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you are doing, you must have to maintain the hierarchy. So clear heading is a must. And then lists and H2. When you are going to write a content or an article, of course, lists like you can use bullet points or sometimes listicles, and like that you're going to write on 10 range backpacks. When you're going to write on 10 range backpacks, this is listicles, so you can use the lists like that. So these are the structured way of writing so that AI can easily pick it for the readers for an answer. And you know that if when we'll use the lists and H2 or headings, it will be very scannable and organizable for AI. And we can add another one is credible sources. We'll have to use the credible sources, that the link we are going to use should be taken from the very credible sources, and so that AI can easily trust it and they can pick the specific answer and show it to the user when they are going to write the question to get the answers. That's it. So while structured content is really important, so let's move on to the next one, that is about accurate and reliable information. This is one of the most important matters and factors to make AI understand, so that ours on is written on some specific and reliable data and information. So EEAT, Google's guideline, we have already used in our SEO, search engine optimization, and we have to do it again for when we are going to generative engines, or when you are going to optimize the generative engines, we will have to use EEAT again. So experience like that, is this my first hand experience that I'm going to do a job, and this is my first hand experience. I'm here for 6 months and my experience is getting better, and on the base of my experience I'll just say something. Expertise, when I have been doing 6 months or 12 months, it doesn't matter, even it may be 6 years, when I have gathered some experience on it, then I will be an expertise on it to talk something, because this is my practical experience and knowledge on it. And then authoritativeness, when I will frequently talk about the specific niche I was working, or a specific thing I was working on. So I will talk many times and a lot of times in front of people, or I will just write a lot of blogs about it, and I will build my authoritativeness on it, right? And the last one is T, trustworthiness. So when we're going to write a blog or content, when we will bring a citation or any kind of code, will link up the original source, so that if the reader or viewer, anybody just want to see the original source, he can get it. So it will help AI to get trusted on the source. So that's great. So this is what is one of the core things of GEO. This can be a way of trust building to the AIs, and it is one of the ranking factors as well, EEAT. Okay, let's move on to the next one, that is structured data or schema markup. We have already talked about structured content, but this is about structured data or schema markup. Another one is really very fatal if we don't use it in our content or blog post like that. This is the bridge between content and AI search engine. So we have to use the structured data or schema markup in our product page or a blog page or home page, anywhere we like, so that AI can easily generate AI can easily detect the pattern and it can pick up the result to show on its AI's answer. So how can structured data or schema markup help us to do that? For how can we optimize our generative engines using structured data or schema markup? So that it helps to bridge the content between AI and the content. So and it makes visibility, and it enables clean markup for better processing for AIs, and it also helps for a regional specific markup, enhances GEO results. So we have to use the markup language or structured data in our blog post or any kind of product page, as I mentioned. So it will be very helpful. You can see on the screen here, when before using the schema markup, it was disorganized. It was not structured at all, unstructured data. After using the JSON LD, there is schema markup, and then you can see this is very organized, very disciplined, and very perfect and oriented. So this kind of data AI can easily understand and easily pick up, so that users can see the results in AI models anywhere. So structured data, we have to use it in our content, and this is really very helpful, and it bridges between content and AI engine AI search engines. So let's move on to the next one, and it is question answer format. It optimizes content for AI comprehension. Question answer. When we talked about GEO, Generative Engine Optimization, question answer was one of the most important factors, and it still is. So how can it help AI to pick up or to detect the right place? Okay, it focuses on answering thoroughly when the real questions are asked, so AI can easily understand, and the direct answer. Okay, whenever you are asking me what's your name, my name is Tajuddin Ahmed, this is the direct answer. There is no complicated answer in it. So I don't have another intention that I have to pick up the keyword, I have to rank the keyword. No, we just have to answer directly, and it has to be very conversational, like that one of my parents is sitting in front of me and I'm just talking to him, he's asking questions to me, I'm answering directly to him, and I'm asking questions to him and he's answering to me. Very simple and conversational, so that there is no complicated things in it, and AI models can understand it very simply and nicely. And the structures will have to be, again, as you have already mentioned earlier, but again the structures must be clean and clear, so that AI model can easily pick it. So next, let's move on to the next one. This is the transparent and reliable sources. As we have already mentioned, like that EEAT, kind of that, but that sometimes we put some citations in our site. It incorporate quotes and statistics from reliable references. This is the citations. Okay, what can it be cite? Oh, okay, let's talk a little bit about the citation. Citation makes your claim traceable, so others can easily verify you are not just making things or stuff up. So citation is the thing that you are taking some references from anywhere and you are linking with the word, so that anybody or anyone who is clicking on it, and he is being sent to the original places. So citation and cite sources is really very important. And then transparency. Transparency always builds trust, and it helps to pick the real data for the AI. And authority, how? I have already discussed it a bit earlier. When you're going to talk about on a specific topic, because you have experience and practical knowledge, and the people will listen to you eventually. Because if you don't have any expertise or knowledge, whatever, you are just talking in the void, and nobody is listening to you, and nobody will ever listen to you, because you don't have any practical knowledge. When and only when you have vast knowledge and you have already done a lot of work on the topic, on the subject, people will eventually start to listen to you. So this is authority. And another one is, that besides authority, multimodal content. When we are going to write the content, it will have to be multimodal. What is multimodal? When you are going to create a content, there will be the text, of course, and then you will have to use the image, audio, video. So this kind of models, you are using more than one models, more than text, you are using multi-models. So you got my point, right? Text, audio, video, images, whatever it is related to the content. So this will have to be the multi-models. So another thing I could add here to the transparent and reliable sources, that you can find or bring the sources from the academic sources, like a research paper. You can show the research paper, journals, studies, and you can get the industry leaders, and they can be expert opinions, company data, or case studies. So it will help you make your content picked up by the AIs. And another one, that is the last one, the seventh one, is correct text and metadata. So you know what is metadata, right? So it is very crucial for GEO sources, GEO Success, and AI comprehension. So let's talk about what is metadata. At first, metadata is about, is basically data about data. Think of it like the label on a jar. It doesn't tell you the taste of the jam, but it tells you who made it, when it was made, what is the weight of the jar, and when the expiry date of the jam, and how big the jar is. A lot of information you are getting from the jar, right? So the information you're getting about the jar, all of them are metadata. So let's give some example here. If we take a photo, so what could be the metadata of a photo? It could be date taken, camera type, location, file size. So when we're talking about a photo, so those could be the metadata. When we'll talk about a document, what could be the metadata? The metadata can include author, creation date, word count, file format, etc. And what could be about a web page? If we want to say about the metadata about a web page, it could be the title, description, keywords, publishing date, etc. So you understand my view, right? What is metadata? So besides metadata, what are the things that we have to correct about text and metadata? Accurate reflections. We have to match content theme. Everywhere the content should be the same, so that Google or any AI shouldn't be puzzled, such as like that I have used my name on Facebook, Mr. X, and Twitter, Mr. Y, and another where Mr. A, blah blah blah. But you understand my point, that you have to use the same data, same information, every platform, so that Google or any search engine or any AI model can easily understand and see that you are using the same citation, same listings. So these are called listings, and it has to be the accurate, it has to be the same in all the platforms so that they can match the data, and it will be very easier for the search engine, even for the AI models, to pick it up for the results. Okay, so besides it, we'll have to use the proper categorization so that when we will talk about something, we'll have to categorize step by step, and it will have to be organized categorically so that AI and search engines understand. But if we can do all of this step by step, AI, that means ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, Grok, they will easily understand about it, and they will pick the data what you have written to your content or your blog post. They will take the text and they will show when any user is going to search about the AI model, and they will pick this thing to the AI model as the answer. It will show your name, it will show your brand, it will show everything about you and part of your results, part of your text. So what's my take about GEO? Well, we have to embrace both of them, SEO and GEO. SEO is really the primary and fundamental thing we have to follow all the time so that we can rank on any search engines like Google, DuckDuckGo, Bing, anywhere. And GEO, besides SEO, we have to upgrade. We have to just think. We have already talked about the 7 points. If we do that, the SEO, with SEO, GEO will be completed. Generative engines will be optimized. In 2025, there is no way we can avoid SEO. We will have to optimize generative engines as well as search engines so that we can be benefited. We can get benefited from both of the platforms. Like, you know that when we search something on the search engines, AI overview can show to the right side 3 or 5 results. So they are right, that they are a Gemini or AI overview from Google, and this is kind of AI model, right? And after that, there is a straight line, and there are 10 blue lines, blue links about the organic search of GEO, or I'm talking about Google's real organic results. So if we are able to do optimize the SEO and GEO for the AI models on the search engine, will get definitely benefited from here. So I don't know if I was able to make you understand about it or not, but if you have any questions about it, please shoot it, and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. So talk to you to the next video. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.